What's going on, everybody? Hopefully you guys are having a wonderful Friday Eve. And today I have on Ernest Comer, who hopefully he probably killed me on this one. I gotta redo that. From edits. Welcome everybody back to another exciting show of the About That Water podcast, where we help you build strong financial habits so that you can have the confidence in talking about money, spending money, and also just looking at the money. So what we're going to have today, we're talking to Ernest Comer III. We're going to be talking about how to turn ideas into winning solutions. Now, one of the things is that Ernest is a social impact strategist, and he really helps leaders in the social ventures and in philanthropy, creating positive change. He has over 15 years experience designing solutions for complex social issues and building strong teams to achieve long-lasting impact. Search for Ernest Comer III to learn about his work in racial equality, economic development, and entrepreneurship. Let's go on and get this bill paid. So be right back after this commercial.
You're listening to the About That Water podcast. We'll be right back after these messages.
Low credit score dragging you down? Score Boost by Smart Credit helps you maximize your score by showing you exactly how much you need to pay off and by which date to gain the most points. Pay less and gain the most points the fastest. And you can start just for $1. Click the link in the bio, save thousands. Don't wait.
Even the best and the brightest this world has to offer have coaches and mentors. Build strong money-making behaviors by applying financial concepts and strategies with Anthony Weaver on the About That Wallet Show. It's time to get off the bench and get in the game. Now, here's your host, Anthony Weaver.
What's good? What's good? What's good? How you doing today?
Man, all is well, man. All is well. I'm blessed and highly favored. I appreciate the invitation, man. It's good to be here.
Yeah, man, it's been a long time coming. I mean, you and I kind of synced up on mutual friend Nia. You know, Nia's been definitely pushing everything to the limits. I'm like, I don't know how she be doing it. I'm like, bro.
Hard all day, every day. I love it, though. She good people, man.
Yeah. So, I mean, what have you been up to lately that's been really exciting for you?
Oh, man. It's been a wild season, man. I just wrapped up a fellowship with Truist Foundation and the Watson Institute. That was an amazing 16-week experience. Connecting with other not nonprofit, but some nonprofit and social venture leaders. Had a great time, man. Lots of learning. It was basically a business incubator experience. And then right after that, went into a retreat with some guys with the program called Black Male Educators Talk, BME's Talk. That was incredible. A great weekend with them, signing up for an incubator with their organization. Really just trying to stay plugged in with the community and, find my way in the path of good people, man. That's the whole plan.
Yeah. So a lot of people here that are listening or even watching live right now is just trying to figure out how to even make their dreams a reality. Like, we always have these dreams, or, when you watch Martin, when you do watch, he was like, man, I'll make it big one day, Gina. You got to watch me, Gina. We go get it, Gina. It's like just about every other episode. Like, you got to trust in me, baby. We going to get it.
That's it. Come on, man.
Right. Because most of the guys, I mean, that's how we do. We always thinking about strategies, but never really take that step forward. Or if we do, we don't see it all the way through. So help us out, man. Help us out.
Nah, it's it's a beautiful struggle, man. What I tend to see happen with, especially among men who happen to share our state of melanation. What I happen to see is just a tendency to take on all the work. I got to do it. It's all me. The passion that we have tends to drive us, but it drives us in this direction of like solitary confinement, man. And that's just not how our community operates, bro. We gotta remember, like, we're a collective people. Like, that's how we function.
Yeah.
Ain't nobody out here doing electric slide by themselves. Like, we do this thing together. That's how we do. And so I make an effort to try to help folks who look like us and folks who share the level of ambition that we have, to keep that at the front of mind. That doing this thing by yourself is not the way to go. So that, when we get these great ideas, they don't end up on the shelf just because our capacity gets breached, immediately. Like, as soon as you write the idea down, you're like, I'm tired just thinking about it.
Right.
Like, I don't need that happening for too many people, man. I need us focused. I need us engaged. I need us together, because I need good people to take better care of themselves. That's the whole idea.
Yeah. And for those of you who are joining, if you just type in #wallet, we'll be doing a mug giveaway later on today at the end of this live. I mean, shucks, it's the beauty of coming on live. You get some free things.
Hey,
right.
Let's go.
Right.
Yeah.
So, because, taking that first step is one thing, but also getting people to believe in us. Because, like, if somebody out there, you always hear about people say, like, hey, I got a baby shower coming up, come on through. Or I got a birthday coming up, come on through. Or I got a wedding, come on up. But when you start a business, I mean, come on. Like, ain't nobody showing up. Like, you're like, hey, I don't want to buy your little thing or whatever, but I'll come to support.
That's it. Or they tell you they do want to buy it and never do. You know what I'm saying? You gonna get us. Oh man, I really like that. How much is it for one of them? Oh, okay. All right, that's good. That's good.
That's good. I'm good.
Don't send me the link, but that's
right.
Cool. I like that. But you know what, man? The thing is, like, everybody, a lot of us tend to look to our friends and family to be our first customers and things like that. And even when that happens, like, a lot of times that first customer, when they're friends and family, are a customer for the act of support and not necessarily for fulfilling the need that they have. And that's your purpose, right? And the business, in the context of having an impact in community, like, the whole point is to bring value into the spaces that you contribute to. And, it's tough for friends and family to accept that type of contribution from somebody they're so familiar with. It's hard to, what's the quote, man? You can't be a king in your homeland or something like that. It's just one of those things where it's hard for folks who saw you as little Pookie. Oh, little Pookie selling t-shirts.
Oh yeah,
little Pookie t-shirts, man. Show them some love, but not because it's a great brand, not because it's a great design. Because I'm gonna go show little Pookie some love. That's it.
Yeah.
But
I've actually traveled for donuts to actually support one of my old classmates. Her children started selling donuts or whatever. I was like, you know what? I'll go support. I'll travel for some donuts.
That's yeah. Let me get two up.
I actually bought like a dozen.
Yep. See?
Yeah.
How did I know? Wow, man. But the beautiful thing is, like, there's such a great opportunity for us to lean into all the true value that we can bring.
Mm-hmm.
It's just about getting access to clarity, bro. And so for me, the work that I do, I call it strategic facilitation. And the idea is just to help folks get clarity on what are we doing here? What's the point? Why? But also, what are some decisions that need to be made? I think we get wrapped up in that phase of coming up with new ideas.
Right.
And a lot of strategy just becomes ideation. But a lot of time, strategy is more about making decisions than it is coming up with ideas. So, what do you want to do? Why do you want to do it? How does your mission, the work that you do, lead to the vision that you have? The vision that you see in the future. This is what I want the future to look like. Well, how is it that the work that you do leads to that vision?
Right.
Right. So let's have a conversation about that. Who needs to be at the table? Who should be involved in this thing? It can't, if it's not just going to be you, who else is it?
Right.
And, let's not look so far outside of our realm of influence that the whole concept gets out of reach. Right?
Yeah.
Because I fall trap a lot of times.
Because I was thinking about the typical jobs when they talk about the common term, they talk about the black jobs. But the black jobs that typically, and black people actually tend to gravitate towards are hospitality jobs.
Yep.
You're looking at more manual labor jobs, as far as either cutting grass, lawn care, or you're looking into retail space. And I actually did a talk about that last week, I believe. Was talking about how some of these jobs were heavily impacted, especially during the pandemic. And when you're trying to create a business, you're creating a business and assessing the network or assessing the environment to actually figure out if you have a viable product. So before somebody actually try to even create a business, you already talked about that why. What products should they even look into, or where should they be looking before they even start creating a product or a service?
So I've learned a few things in that context.
Oh, bring the dog on up. Bring the dog up. Like this sounds really irritated.
He heard somebody coming by the door. Look.
Okay.
It's my man Carmelo.
Hey, there go Carmelo.
My man, getting all distracted. Chill out, man. So a few things in that context. Look, now he's clowning. Okay, my bad. I'm sorry. I got distracted. Run the question back. What was the question?
Oh, so how do you assess the market to figure out what product or service should you get?
So that was my point. Who was it? What's my guy's name? Realionaire. What's the book? Far Gray. I heard Far Gray say, "There's no idea so stupid you can't earn $1 million with it." Okay, so let's start there and realize that in some ways the world is your oyster. There's really no industry where you can lean in an intention with business acumen and with the right type of people at the helm. Resources will come. It's just about how you approach the market and doing that in a way that makes sense for what you're doing.
Right.
And when it comes to thinking about what you want to create in terms of a product, too many of us are trying to sell the thing that we want or we like without approaching the market in a way that's getting an understanding of who the ideal customer is. Who is it that you want to serve? Who do you want to add value for? And if it's people like you, that's great. But talk to more people like you and identify what is it that they need, what do they want, what are the pain points that they're trying to address, and how can you be a resource to them in that way? Because your product has to solve a problem. Your product has to create an emotional experience for the people who are looking for whatever your product is. And I'm not in that world of selling widgets. I am in this world of providing service. But service as a widget, service as a product, is a thing. Software as a service,
SaaS.
These worlds, they are blended, man. It's a lot of gray, it's a lot of blur, and you got to be willing to explore what's in those spaces. What is it that the people who you want to serve need, want? What do they think about? And how can you be the type of resource, or how can you provide the type of resource that's going to help them have a better experience?
Yeah, I was looking up an article to help bring back perspective of the 10 occupations that were actually hit hardest during the pandemic. Now, this is from AARP. You know, they look for the people.
Mhm.
And one of the things is that they said roughly 1.3 million filed for new claims for unemployment benefits during the ending of July 11th. And I mean, that's exactly almost 4 years ago. The United States Department of Labor announced on Thursday. And so with these jobs that were hit the most, we got social workers,
Mhm.
you have art design and media workers, you got small business owners, but they don't say what type of business. So that's the only thing they didn't mention.
Specific.
Construction workers, sales workers, transportation workers, manufacturing or production workers, installation, maintenance, repair. So it seems like most of these are in-person jobs. Healthcare. Now this one is
Yeah.
interesting because if
Okay.
anything, they were hiring people left and right, but a lot of
yeah.
people were not willing to take that extra bump and pay.
Man, well, I think what happened is a lot of these markets, a lot of the industries had a shift, not only in, you know, consumer behavior, but also in employee behavior and employee experience, right? Because now all of a sudden the risk with having a role in healthcare skyrockets, you know, in a matter of, you know, days, if not weeks, when COVID hit. And so now it's like your folks who are already in that industry are really taking a second look at, is this a space I need to be? They're taking a second look at, how do I engage my work environment? They're having some super challenging experiences on a day-to-day basis because they're being overwhelmed with the responsibility that comes in with just the way things were going. And so a lot changed in terms of what their experience was. And that created room for new people to engage that same industry where they maybe had not thought about it previously, or they had not had access to the opportunity previously. So now there's a new level of appreciation for what exists in that space from people who were outside looking in before.
Yeah. And with that, it came a lot of opportunities too. So I think a lot, even now, 4 years later, people are looking into multiple use products. Not sure if you looked at, I always bring this up. I usually keep a bottle over here, but think about Dr. Bronner's.
Okay.
Not alcohol, not that kind of.
All right. Hey, listen, I wasn't judging. I wasn't just lemonade, but I wasn't judging.
I mean, people who listen to the show know I do usually keep a drink with me time to time, but what it is that with Dr. Bronner's, if you look at it, at least have about 5 or 6, maybe even 12 different uses for it. So it'll talk about like how it can use it for sanitizing your kitchen, use it as a deodorizer for your bathroom. Think cleaning stains out of shirts or in the carpet. You got and they even tell you like instructions on like 1 part of concentrate, not the Bronner's, to like, you know, maybe a quart of water just to kind of spray it around your kitchen. Like you got so many different options when it comes to taking your product to make it multi-use for that. So if women out there, if you're creating a dress, how many ways can somebody turn that night dress into like a day dress, or go out shopping with it, or can they flip it around or tie it differently to make it more user friendly in different ways? Because you know, times are tough.
Listen, and that speaks to consumer behavior as well. And what comes to mind for me is things like vinegar has a million uses, right?
Right.
But you'll see it bottled and advertised as, well, this is vinegar for cooking, and this is vinegar for cleaning, and this is, and it's like, well, wait a minute, it's vinegar, ain't it? What are we talking about? But like, there are certain brands and manufacturers, industries where they're like, no, we're going to narrow in on attacking this market with this product, not because that's the only thing this product can be used for, but because we know that we have an active consumer in this space and we want to engage them directly. However, as the seasons change and as we come into this moment in time, more people are looking for products that are dynamic. Like, can I use this for more than one thing? To your point, like I'm not just looking for a Target dress. Like I need my Target to go. I need my dress to go to Target. I need my dress to go to the club. I need my dress to go back to church on Sunday. I need my dress to be dynamic. You understand me?
Right. So, because it reminded me of this commercial. I'm gonna see if I can pull it up here. Remember that this guy used to yell at everybody. I think, not sure if he's still alive. But for his commercials, see if I can share this tab. The flex tape. Remember that? Yeah. So with that guy, let's see if I can share this out right quick. It's a short commercial. We're not sponsored by these guys, but if they do hear me, go on and share this out.
Hi, Phil Swift here for Flex Tape, the super strong waterproof tape.
Just slap that bad boy.
Bond, seal, and repair. Flex Tape is no ordinary tape. Its triple thick adhesive virtually welds itself to the surface, instantly stopping the toughest leaks. Leaky pipes can cause major damage, but Flex Tape grips instantly. Plus, its powerful adhesive is so strong, it even works underwater. Now you can repair leaks in pools and spas.
All right, so we get it.
Yeah.
But just, and this is what I'm thinking about when we try to create these products. And this is just a product side of the house, obviously. It's like, how can we find something that's multi-use? And one of the things right now, I notice people are being lazy and they just probably not that creative. Or you can take something that's a little bit user-friendly. I don't know. But think about like ChatGPT. We talk about those prompts all day.
What? Yeah. Chat, you can get active, and that thing gonna spit out all kind of ideas for you. So it's really like we're at a place now where there's just no excuse when it comes to coming up with ideas. Because just the access to a resource that's gonna spit ideas at you is abundant. It's just there.
I'm actually going to sign in right now. Unless you got an idea, like we're going to just talk about it. Because, if we here right now, I want to give something away to the people that they can actually take action with their product. Let's go and make this happen. You got a prompt you like?
What I lean into is community. Right. I'm always looking at how can you be a resource to the community where you live and work, or the community that you have some shared identity with. And so those are the type of folks that I love to be a resource to. The question is, what do you want to do? How do you want to help? What's the problem you want to solve?
Right. So let's go down and start with a prompt then, because I want people to go down and use the same prompt. What's going on? Oh, man, we got to say hi to the people. So, what's going on, Lisa? So, if you guys haven't followed Lisa yet, she's been doing a lot of things in the stock market, really looking for the hot items, the hot stocks that are out there. And considering we're looking at turning your ideas into winning solutions, I mean, Lisa was nice enough to call in before, and we talked about her story about being laid off. Just showing up to work one day and then we're like, you ain't got a job. So now we're talking about turning these winning ideas into solutions. So, this is where you come in.
Yeah, man.
You know what I'm saying? So since you said you focus on the community, and also I got to say hi to Sierra. She's been winning all of my giveaways since I've been doing this. Like honestly, so she always shows up, and for some reason, always winning.
That's
So I
all
gotta give
right.
her a shout out. No, that's good. I love it. So if you guys want to get a mug from me, just type in #wallet. I'm gonna do a giveaway at the end of the show. All right. So what we're gonna start with? We got a blank slate.
Yep.
I'm signed into my chat GPT like everybody else.
Yeah, man.
What
So
we gonna do?
we got different layers. You mentioned stocks. You mentioned we like a lot of time we're having a conversation about financial education. So maybe that's a place to start.
Okay.
How can I help how do I help Black men who are aspiring leaders have access to stronger financial literacy?
All right, I had to zoom in for a bit here so everybody can see it.
There we go.
So this is going to be the prompt. If you want to look for, and if I can break down the prompt, well, if you could break down the prompt after we type this out. So you say, how can I help Black men who are
inspiring leaders get access to financial literacy?
All right, so break down this prompt right quick. So what do you like? How do you break down this prompt? Like, because creating the prompt is what you get in. I mean, what you get out of it is pretty much what is a reflection of what you put in.
Yep.
So how do we make sure? Do we want to say just Black men? Do we want to say the age ranges?
I like the idea of age range. We go 25 to 40.
25 to 40. Can we bring that down to 35, or you want to go 30?
35, 10-year. Yeah, that works.
Yeah, 10-year gap. All right. Who are inspiring leaders? Do you want to say Black men? Because I'm trying to build the persona a little bit.
Yeah.
So, or the avatar. So we got Black men. Are they in school? Out of school?
Out of school. With degrees or no? I think.
Who is our target audience? Do you want to say with degrees?
Yeah,
or
high school education.
Okay. High school education.
Yep.
All right.
We want to go geographic. We going like
sure. Let's go for it.
Where we
East Coast, West Coast. Somebody in the chat, give us a city. Give us a city where you think we should have we should look forward to.
Because I want to throw something random out there.
Yeah.
Somebody.
I know it's a small delay.
Mean streets of Nebraska gonna come in like, yeah.
Nebraska. All right. All right. Well, it seems like there's a delay. Nobody said anything yet. So we're gonna say Nebraska. All right.
Okay.
All right. So we got the demographics. We got high school education, Nebraska. How much do they make a year?
They're gonna be making $50K.
Okay.
And I like that as a base because,
it's about average.
Yeah.
Okay. And they would be looking for some financial literacy.
Yep.
Anything else? Because I feel like I'm missing something. Do they have kids? No kids.
No
apartment
kids.
Renting.
Definitely
no kids.
No kids. Definitely renting.
Okay.
And they want to buy a new car.
What's in the buy car? They are inspiring leaders to get access to financial literacy. Okay, let's go on and do it. Because I think this is a good one to kind of narrow it down, like the target audience and what we want.
Mm-hmm.
Or we could have ChatGPT lower it for us, because we could say, hey, for the zip code, what is the average income for these folks? What if for those of you who are looking for ideas, we're trying to do this prompt mostly because this is a live show and we want to make sure that we have we can do something a little quickly.
Boom. This is where I get excited about it. So scroll down a little bit. I saw something about mentoring.
Okay, let's keep going.
Online resources, mentorship.
Mentoring.
So boom, we got local businesses leaders. You got a peer group. So now I'm taking form or join peer groups for sharing experiences and advice on financial matters. So I would dig in on Chat GPT and say, hey, what are the steps that I need to make? What are the steps I need to take in order to create a peer group for sharing experiences and advice on financial matters for that avatar we just created?
Okay, avatar we just created. Cool. Let's go back to what you said before, which is to figuring out your why, which is define your first thing to do is define your purpose and goals. Clearly outline the purpose of your peer group. For instance, sharing financial experiences and blah blah. And your goal also is to set specific measurable goals such as improve credit scores, saving for a car, or understanding investment basics. And that's where you can bring in Lisa to come on in. Be like, yo, Lisa, I'm about to start this peer group. Can you come in for like a day or two to kind of talk about investment basics?
Yep. That's it. And like, so where I would chime in is to say, okay, before we get this peer group, what do you hope happens because this peer group exists? And so when we can dig into that conversation, I can help you craft a vision for the future so that you can say, I'm not just establishing a peer group. What I'm doing is building a pathway to access this vision that I have in my mind of what the future looks like.
Right.
And then we take that vision and say, okay, these are the pieces that need to be in place in order for that vision to be realized. See it.
Yeah, Sierra's only here for the giveaway.
Shout out to Sierra, bro.
Yo, Sierra, you're the boss on this one. Okay, I'm gonna give you your air horns for that. Yo, she's hilarious. But think about it, Sierra, I can't put you in unless somebody else put hashtag wallet too. So I mean,
we need multiple.
Yeah, we need more people. So get some of your buddies, tell them to sign on and just type in hashtag wallet and then they can walk off.
Don't come through.
Yeah. Go on and share it out if y'all want to get this this mug. I think, Sierra, you probably already got a mug. And if you guys looking for the mug, I didn't drop the thing. If you guys looking for the mug, this one here, this is the 16-ounce mug. As you see, I full fist, all four hands up in there. And it actually says listen and sip on one side. Because, you know, you can scan the QR code, listen to the podcast and everything like that.
I like that.
Yeah. A little shameless plug.
Yeah. Hey, I ain't mad at it. We got to do that.
All right. So we got the structure. We got the established structure. We create a safe and positive environment because that is very important. Because you got to have that psychological safe space.
Yep.
And then we got the developer curriculum and agenda and also facilitate and everything like that. But geez, ChatGPT really went in, didn't it?
Bro, it gets
like, I did that.
This is just the beginning, bro, because now I can, with each step, I can go in and say, okay, what are tools that I can use to effectively monitor progress and adjust? Right. And then it's going to spit out more tools for that. Like as deep as you want it to go.
Oh, Lisa said instead of typing, I like to talk to ChatGPT. I think I'm able to express myself in more detail. Now that is different.
Cheat code. Okay.
Okay. Let me see if they got the chat option. Oh, you know what? I don't think it allowed me to chat. Like actually like talk to it.
That must be that other 4.
Yeah, that's that big money over there. You know what I'm saying? We about that wallet. We get the free stuff. Right.
It's levels. You got to understand.
Right. There's levels to this. Levels. Come on. But running with this idea, it seems as though, you know what? Since we're talking about making this multi-use,
yeah,
because we're talking about multi-use products, so that you're not getting limited to it. Let's go on and say, how can, or give us 2 ways, because I only need 5. Give us 3 ways. Yeah. Give me 3 ways to make this peer group multi-use.
That's it. And watch it work.
Right. Career development and networking. I would never thought about that.
Too easy. Health and wellness initiatives.
Of course. Oh yeah, because health is wealth. That's what people keep saying. And then the community service and civic engagement. Yeah, never thought about that either.
And it's gonna get listen.
Right.
How quick? Because this thing is gonna quickly dive into how do we advocate for policies? How do we advocate for funds being allocated to the things that we need access to, so that we don't have to be so focused on going out to find the money to make the investment, but we are advocating for our government to invest in the people.
Right. Which goes back to, man, this is going to be amazing. So if you guys out there really thinking about how to find your market, where to go for your market, see what businesses are out there. I wonder if it could let me know when it's the latest update. Update data. Okay, so it has data up to July 2023. I mean, it's just a year old data, which is still good because the census is only done every 10 years.
Exactly.
So, and that just happened 4 years ago. So the data is still being pumped through and turned through. So the BLS, Bureau of Labor Statistics, can push that out there. So, I mean, we getting pretty much close to top information right now.
It's solid, man.
Yeah. So Lisa's saying that she's using the pilot, the free Copilot in ChatGPT.
Okay.
Okay. Yeah, I didn't put it on my phone yet. But yeah. All right. So we talked about a couple strategies, which is one, make sure your product is multi-use.
Yep.
2, you talked about filling out your why about your business. And then can you give us a couple more on, like, far as making like winning solutions? Like, what is considered winning to you?
Ooh, that's a good one. So in the context of business, in the context of business, we gotta talk dollars. If it don't make dollars, it don't make sense.
It'll make sense, right?
Okay, so it's got to be a revenue generating, profit producing thing. So let's make sure that we establish some goals around what that is. Right. And now if your goals are to make enough money to like meet or just slightly surpass your personal income, that's cool. I've heard and I believe that building a business to pay yourself is just kind of selfish, right? But what I would encourage is that folks build a business that can employ others. And unfortunately, we don't see a lot of that in our community. It's like the statistic is like 96% of businesses that are starting in the Black community are solo ventures. So I'm like, my recommendation is build something that requires some infrastructure, build something that creates an opportunity to bring people on and invest in their contribution to whatever it is that you're going to be doing. Um, so I think that's a big thing. How much money you gonna make? How many people you gonna bring along with you? But also, like, what's the scale of impact, right? And that's not necessarily, you don't have to be building a international enterprise. You don't have to be chasing after 500,000 employees. Uh, it's just a question of how deep do you want the impact to go? How many people do you want to serve day by day, year by year? It's up to you, man.
Yeah. You um sparked something in me. I just thought about a book that I recently finished called The E-Myth Revisited.
Hmm.
And that book talks about you're either a technical person, which means that you're hands-on, you're doing the day-to-day work, you're actually bustling everything, you actually meet with the customers sometimes and really tell them like, hey, this is how the product works, this is how to best utilize everything, right? Like at your job, you could be the best person at your job. Somebody will come along and be like, man, you should really start your own business. That's how it usually starts, right?
Yeah,
It usually start that way. But then the book goes into, well, there's a manager in that whole business process, and then there's the owner or the entrepreneur in the process, and that's where the E comes in. What it is just really understanding your particular role in a particular job, and so for that, I think this book would actually go best with this particular topic, and I actually want to give that away. So I'm thinking instead of the mug, I'm gonna do the book.
I like it.
Yeah, let's do the book instead. Add some more value instead of you sipping. All right, cool. So Sierra, you can keep the wallet. We're gonna do hashtag wallet still, but if you want the book, the E-Myth Revisited, I highly recommend the book. I actually just finished it using my library card, but I want to give it away as a free book to whoever want to come in. So far, I only got one hashtag, but we need more. Tell y'all friends to type in some hashtags. Tell them to come on right quick. Type in a hashtag, and then they can leave. They can bounce if they want to. But
that's it. We just need a couple eyes on it.
Just need a couple people. All right, go on and out there. Go on and like this episode first. Go tell your friends because I really want to make sure that I can do a giveaway this week. Because I think last couple weeks, nobody wanted to participate in my giveaways. I mean, it happens, but it's okay though.
It's all good. We're gonna get some more people over here, man.
Yeah.
That's it.
All right. Cool. So we talked about the business side. What's the next thing that we should be looking for as our business owners as we trying to get things going?
So the thing that I like to follow is a framework I call DRIVE. It's a 5-step process. D stands for discover, right? That's the who, what, when, where, why. That's when we get into the vision and all this good stuff. After we do some discovery, we walk through a resolve. Now we're making decisions like I talked about. So we understand what's what. Now it's time to make some decisions about how we move this thing forward before we invite. I invite. Who will we invite into the conversation? Who needs to be involved in the process of building what it is that needs to be built? V is for venture. Now that we know who's coming along with us, what are the systems and processes that we have in place that need to be disrupted or broken in order for us to do something greater than what we had initially even thought about, right? We want to go above and beyond what was possible before by disrupting the systems that we put in place for ourselves because there's greater that's out there for us as long as we're willing to step away from what we initially thought was the way to go. Now we've got DRIV. E is for engage. Who are our key stakeholders? Who are the folks who we need to keep in the loop and bought into the idea of what it is we're doing? And how do we keep them engaged? How do we keep them inspired and curious about what's happening with this business or with this organization? Because that's how you keep it alive. That's how you keep this thing thriving. So that's the whole frame.
Thank you. Went out just a little bit. So until we can get him back. So at least I did see what you were saying about this. Hey, what's going Oh man, I say maybe next time. What's going on, Floyd? Thank you for making it. Seem like we got a little bit of technical difficulties. So I'm gonna play some music until we get him back, and just hold tight. All right. Well, I guess we lost him. So, in the meantime, for those of you who are just joining, one of the things I'm actually doing a book giveaway is called the E-Myth Revisited. So, gotta say hi to the folks who joined. We got Nia in the house. What's going on? We got Floyd from Highway 54. Go on and check it out. We're gonna be making some progress. So, again, if you guys are just joining, we're gonna be doing a giveaway at the end of the show. And the book I'm giving away, I'm gonna share my screen because Amazon Prime Day was yesterday. So let's look at it. Share this true. I don't know why Amazon always giving me problems. Like, bro, trying to shop. Give me some stuff. And I'll need y'all to see where I'm at. So let's see E-Myth Revisited. I'm just trying to make sure it doesn't show where I live at. Let's see. Oh, he's back.
Hey,
What up? Go ahead, sir.
I'm back. I'm back. Had to switch it up. My internet just cut out completely on me.
I don't know. Is it the thunderstorm or something?
Nah, man. Just Wi-Fi was like, nah, you good.
Wow.
Sorry, bro. Sorry.
Yeah. All right. So the book I'm giving away, if you guys want to participate, type in #wallet to be part of this giveaway. And I'll be putting that in soon. So let's see. #wallet for the book giveaway. So I'm giving away this book. I actually just finished it not too long ago. I'm actually on my next book now. Which is this one is all about for small businesses, why they don't work and what to do about it. And a lot of people have been recommending this book. I just never took time out to read it, but as I've read it now, I see why so many people recommend this book.
Solid, man.
Yeah. So what book are you reading nowadays?
You know what? I've been I just recently started picking up nonfiction stuff, and 2 books that I just got into are really good. One was Deacon King Kong, and the other one was called A Hell of a Book. So Hell of a Book and Deacon King Kong, 2 really, really great stories that I really enjoyed. But
you said Speaking King Kong?
Deacon, like a church deacon.
Oh, Deacon
King Kong. That's a really good one. I am right now. I just picked up Leading Change by John Cotter.
Mm-hmm.
So this I just picked up. I need to dig into. One of my favorite books is right here. My guy, Mark Brackett, Permission to Feel. Really good book.
You said Permission to Feel. What are you feeling?
Permission to Feel. So that's the whole idea, is that it's a lot about emotional intelligence and achieving well-being and success. we too often don't have the language for what our feelings are. And so this book goes into some insights and perspective on like what is that all about? Like where do you find the language, but also like how come you don't have the language? How come that's just not part of your story? Uh, really good book, great story from the author, but also a ton of great insight that I've been able to use and working with folks one on one, but also working with teams to navigate some of the issues they've been having.
All right. Yeah, that's something that I think we all have to understand is our feelings, because one of the things when it comes to feelings are that's what we do in our business. Like, what are we selling? We
Mhm.
selling hope. Nike is selling, like, what feeling do you think Nike's selling? Because they always say just do it, but
Yeah, that's
what are
like
we doing?
that gets to like motivation though, right? Like
Right.
motivating you to take action. So I think that's something for sure.
All right. Nia says, hey.
Hey, there she go. What's happening? No,
So
it's all good though.
yeah. So Nia, we were hyping you up earlier, you know,
Obviously, as always, as we should.
as we should, right? Go buy her book if you haven't read it yet.
Come on now.
Yeah, and Life is Short. Buy the house.
I love it.
I got the other book too.
I keep a stack of books over here, man.
Yeah, you got to nowadays. It's like, because if the internet goes down, like your router, what you doing? You know, man. So, I mean, first off, congrats to whoever your carrier is for your phone, to make sure you got this internet connection for this live.
Shout out to them for sure.
All right. So I got like 8 minutes left to the end of the show. We got 2 entries right now, and it's enough to do a drawing. All right, we got 3.
Okay, boom.
All right, cool. If there's any other people that want to get in on this book, so the book we're giving away is the E-Myth Revisited. It's you know what? We should give away your favorite book. I don't know. What do you think?
That Permission to Feel joint. That's a good one. That's a good one.
Because E-Myth we talking about, because we are talking about a business. That's the reason why I was thinking E-Myth.
I got another one though.
What's that?
I gotta give my homegirl shout out.
What's
This is
that?
you ever heard of futurism?
I've heard about it as an actual job title, yeah.
So Trista Harris, it's one of my people, man. She wrote a book called Future Good. And her team are doing some really dope stuff. Man.
But it's not on Amazon, dude. I'm trying not to have it.
Oh, you're trying. Okay. Yeah. Well,
by next day.
I got you. Permission to Feel, definitely very, very good move. Future Good, Trista Harris, look her up. Doing some really powerful work in the context of like, let's look at what's possible. And let's get beyond like these problems that we're trying to solve, and think about what's possible when the problems that we're trying to solve no longer exist. Super powerful to me. To go from like, oh, we got to solve this problem or else it's going to get worse. It's like, okay, so if the problem didn't exist, then what would be possible? And how do we chase after that? Really good stuff.
Chase after if all the problems are solved?
Chasing after a version of the future where the problem that gives us the most pain is no longer an issue.
I'm trying to think of something, because I'm like, well, like I'm thinking like diseases is one thing. So once they were able to solve like smallpox, what else they move on to? Like,
so that's the question. Like, so smallpox no longer exists. So what it does is it takes us beyond the idea of like people fall in love with the problem. Like,
Mhm.
okay, the problem is smallpox. All right. But once smallpox is gone, what does that mean?
Right.
What's possible then? And how do we prepare ourselves for a future where smallpox is not the problem?
But that's interesting.
It gets deep, man. And like I don't call myself an expert in futurism by any stretch of the imagination. Trista, expert in futurism. So she could give you the whole game. But it's one of those things, man, that really stretches the mind, especially in the context of coming up with new ideas and thinking about what's possible and really sort of unlocking those winning ideas for what the future could look like.
Okay. Yeah, I'm gonna have to take a look into that because that's one of the things that I've been looking into is the possibility, the art of the possibility.
Mm.
Gosh, that actually might be a book title.
Come
Like my
on
next
now.
book. Right. Let's make it happen. I might, what? Talking about a business,
Yep.
me and Chat GPT are gonna be pretty
Hey,
pretty tight.
get into it, man. Get
Right.
into it.
Got my little notepad.
The great thing about ideas is this. The ideas spark, right? And you do what you do now. You take some notes and you like dig in on that idea.
Mm-hmm.
The next epiphany, the next moment of clarity, more likely than not, will happen when you're not focused on that idea, right? The next moment of clarity will come in a random conversation. Shout out to Nia. She gave ChatGPT a nickname, her and Chad. She be kicking it real tough with Chad. What was I saying? Man, why you let me get distracted like this?
it's like squirrel, right?
Oh
No,
man.
but the art of the possibility, though, like how you say, taking notes
Yep.
and
Yep.
start digging into the business side of that. So
Yeah. So when you're having a one-off conversation with, just friends, family, when you're outside taking a walk, when you are, saying sketching in the sketchbook, drawing pictures, doing something that's completely outside of the realm of ideation, it puts your mind in a state of wonder and it like activates a creative mode that brings those ideas to you in real time. And so you just got to be ready to capture the idea as it comes outside of this context of like, oh, let me hurry up and get these notes and ideas down. Like, yeah, this is great. And that next moment of clarity won't come because you're drafting the notes down. It's going to come to you because you're taking that moment that you need to breathe, step outside of this space and be somewhere where creativity can flow through you.
yeah. All right, we down to the last minute of the show. Let's go on and do this giveaway. So again, we're going to be doing a giveaway for the book E-Myth Revisited. Let's go on and zoom on in here. For those of you who try and get up and get this book giveaway, remember, go on and let your friends know. Go on and get signed in. Tell them to type in #wallet to get this book. And once you're the winner, shoot me an email. And then what I'll do is send it on over. Will you try and get up on this too? Oh. Hey, yo, JT Coins made it. What's going on, sir? If you guys haven't checked out his show, please check out his show. It's not really a show, it's more like you're watching a skilled craftsman create rings out of coins. So yes, like he traveled the world, man. He's actually getting international coins and making rings out of it. It was actually pretty cool to see. Definitely gotta watch it.
Okay.
Yeah. All right. So we got 4 entries. Did you enter too?
No, I didn't get in.
Oh, you trying to get in?
I'm trying to spread the word. I'm trying to get
spread the
my
word?
people out here.
All right. You want me to give it like a couple minutes now?
Let's give it a couple minutes, see if I can get some folks to chime in.
All right.
But they
So
gonna be
y'all,
mad, like, nah, why you wait for his friend?
that's how they always get it. Well, man, you ain't give a thing. I mean, when I gave away a hoodie, I think I had maybe about like 8 entries. Because the hoodie, if you actually go on my website, aboutthatwallet.com/shop, I have quite a bit of things there. You know, let's talk about some other things that I got.
Oh, you got some merch active, huh?
Of course, always, man. When they say you start your business, oh, I don't want to get anything. I was like, you got a hat? Yes, it's cold outside. I got a hat too. What you got?
Come on now.
See /shop. Go ahead on and share this screen. So yeah, got the budget calendar on there. Got the mug if you want to get it. Oh, this is a $20 mug that I was giving away.
Okay. All right.
So
We're not playing small.
Yeah, it's like, we here. Y'all want the stuff? I'll be wearing this shirt at the next conference. So I am speaking at what you call it? Podcast Movement in DC. So I'll be why my stuff ain't working? Oh, I got my pop-up blockers. Anyway, so got the shirts, got the hats, got the bag. I use this at every conference. This bag here. Got the notepad. I use it at every conference. I even got some money draws. Highway 54 bought some money draws.
Yeah.
He got these when he was went on his what do they call it? His honeymoon.
Great. Hey, them fire though. I like that.
Got the right there in the money pocket. You know what I'm saying? Right. And then I got your desk mat, which is great. This is actually what I'm using right now. I love the desk mats. Somebody put me onto it, and I was like, I need to make these. Yeah. So it just had About That Wallet in the corner, nice and plain. Keep your desk looking good. You know what I'm saying?
Go crazy. Crazy. See, I'm sleep, man. I got my little crew neck going. Little crew neck.
Okay. Hold on. We gotta get the zoom in. Right. Hold on. Let's get your solo out there. Get your solo. All right.
Little razzle dazzle crew neck here we got the pockets on the front, little something. And then, it's not just the crew neck, got the t-shirt too.
What? I got the t-shirt, man. Get it. You better
a little something.
Right.
Yeah, but I need to step my game up, get my mugs and my desk mat and my I gotta get that together, man.
Right. You gotta get your stuff, man. Let's get
it. I might do mason jars. I like the mason jars. I might have to do that.
Those are cool. All right, let me let's stop sharing. Hold on, let me share the screen again. All right, so y'all ready for this drawing? Let's get one on share. So I got 4 entries still. All right, see nobody new coming in. I think it's time. People getting sleepy. All right, let me go on and play some music. Go on and get this drawing ready. Where's my good music? There we go. All righty. Y'all ready for this?
Go.
1, 2, 3. Wait, the beat drop.
Let's go. This is dope. Oh.
So I see every time I see, Sierra, you win every time. Yo, congrats to you, as always. Yo, she win. I thought it she.
That's crazy. That's what we call manifest.
Right. She manifests that joint from the beginning. She's like, I'm only here for the winnings. Oh, man. That was fun.
That was dope, man. I love it. I love it.
Yeah, JT Coins, you did say you started doing the giveaway because you're watching my show, and I greatly appreciate you giving me a shout out during your show for that. That was fun. But yeah, so man, Ernest, go on to let everybody know where they can find out more about you and all that you do.
Yeah, man. E Howard Co. E_Howard Co. On Instagram. I'm also active on LinkedIn. You can find me, Ernest Comer III. And E. Howard Co. is also active on LinkedIn, that platform. I'm not as active on Facebook as I should be, but I'm there. It exists. My website's under construction, ehowardco.com. It's coming soon. I'm working on it. Okay. It's under construction, but if you want some more information, you can go there, plug your contact info there. If you want to schedule a conversation with me or schedule a consultation, available on the website, ehowardco.com. Give me a shout. I'm available.
All right. Cool. So, man, make sure y'all go down and follow him. And if you guys are just chiming in, make sure you give a thumbs up in the comments. Shows wherever you listen to, go down and subscribe to the show if you haven't subscribed yet. This was a fun episode. If you guys haven't got anything, we talked about Chat GPT, how you can utilize it for your business, looking at your demographics, how to actually market your business, market your ideas, finding these winning solutions so that you can be profitable, making sure that your product is multi-use. Man, what else did we cover that I missed?
We talked about the DRIVE framework.
Oh, yeah, the DRIVE framework.
We talked about the importance of not just creativity and ideation, but also decision making and how valuable that can be. Collectivism and working together. We got into it, man. This was good.
Yeah. Creating your why as well. That was number one.
Boom. That's it.
Yeah.
That's it.
Yep. So, all right, everybody. Ernest, stay back for a little bit after we end this, if you can.
We'll do.
All right, everybody. Y'all be safe. We out. Bye. Oh, before we say that, this is actually part of the Alive Podcast Network, which is a Black-owned podcast network. So all my live shows will be posted there. They're actually getting blasted everywhere else, but just want to let y'all know I'm hosted there as well.
Good stuff, man.
Yeah, doing a lot.
Hey, I'm supposed to go.
Yes, sir. All right, y'all take it easy. Peace.
Peace.